Welcome back to Easy Child Track. This is a training video for the staff login side of things, just giving you a quick tutorial. Making sure you're on the correct website is the most important. So you have www.easychildtrack.com/BGCCVI. It's important that you have the BGCCVI or you will not be able to log in. As you can see, our icon will be showing as well. So you're going to enter your username, password. If you're on the site, you can actually go to the parent login screen from here as well by clicking Parent Portal Login. For now, we're just logging into our area for staff. It's going to bring you first to your site. So if you have access to more than one site as a staff member, it will show you a list. If you don't, it's going to jump directly to the next screen. But for now, this staff would have access to Chemainus, Lanceville, and the test site. We're only going to access the test site, so under the action column is where you're going to actually log on to the site. So you'll click the icon and it'll take you directly to the home page for the test account. So you can see up here which site you're on. And just a quick view, our home screen has important dates. It shows our last invoice date, our payment due date, and our next invoice date. So really important features to know. Birthdays, if you have any birthdays today, this week, or this month, it's going to show you who they are. And you can click on these if there was a number showing. And it will show you whose birthday it is. Monthly enrollment, it will eventually show a trend here. We've only got a little bit of data for September so far, so that's all that's showing in the account at this point. But it will show more data over time. We have our account number. If you're doing quick access and you know the account number, you can do that from here. Or the name, you can start typing it, it'll give you a drop-down list, and you can access the feature there. You have your staff name here. One of the first things you'll do as you log on is you want to actually click on your name. This is going to take you to your information. Really important, you need to change the number of records per page to 100. So if we do the drop down, you'll see there's many options. 100 should be the best view for all the sites. Anything higher than that will slow down your system significantly. So 100 is the max. And you're going to change your password. So the password you were first given from the billing coordinator, this is where you want to make your changes. So you'll have your username here, and we're not going to change that. So it's usually your first initial and full last name, all in lowercase. You'll enter your password here and confirm your password here for whatever you'd like to create. Just remember it has to have the password rules are right here. It has to have a capital, lowercase, and numbers. So really important that you have all those to recreate your password. So you're going to save from this area, and that will update all your information. If you are wanting to go to one of the other sites, you can click Exit Site, and that will take you back to your choices of clubs. If you, at any time or any different area in here, and you want to come back to your main page, you can click the Home button. And support, if there's issues, please talk to your LPS or billing coordinator. Do not put a support ticket in unless you're specifically asked to. All right, so attendance. As one of your training videos will show, this is where you'll go to enter daily attendance for recording. The LPS will do the review and submit. So it's not a feature the staff would use for that one. Application. So when we have new people on, the LPS and the billing coordinator, new families requesting care, they'll be the ones dealing with this feature. So as staff, you do not need to worry about this. You'll have access to numerous reports, which we will go over in a minute, and our help feature. So Easy Child Track has its own help features. There is, if you go to Help, it'll give you just text information. They've created some training videos of their own, frequently asked questions, and which version this currently is. We will go to the account screen. We're going to click on that. This takes you to your list of all the families who are currently enrolled in your program. You can pick active programs, or as for the purpose of the test account, we're just showing test program, but depending on what you have access to, you could have quite a few options here. You have status. So you can see with this, the dots here, current, delinquent, and suspended, coincide with the dots in this area here. So if you were looking just for certain accounts, you can search by that. Our flags, this is the list of all the different flag choices we have. Where these are is under flags here. You would see what the different icons would mean. You could hover over, if there was an icon here, you could hover over it and it would specify which one of these it was. If certain icons are in use, at the very bottom of your screen along this area here, it would also show what the flag meant to coincide with this list as well. You can do a quick search, so you can search children and account holders from here by just entering in first name or last name. You can choose what you want to search, so you can have just children, account holders, children and account holders, and children, account holders, and other contacts. The automatic one that will show up is children and account holders. You can click find, or from this area you can actually use the enter button. This is the only area you can use that in. Any other time it will open up the support ticket. So remember, tab and mouse only as a rule. You can clear the information. If you type something in there, you can just clear, so you'll have your main screen brought back. If you know an account number, you can just search that as well. You have your active accounts. You can see your list of closed accounts. Now it's not going to show anybody here because for our test account we have nobody in the closed. Go back to our active. So for LPS and billing coordinator, they might use this area here. For staff, you don't need to worry about adding new accounts. And export to Excel, that would just be your full list here. So that's a feature you won't use very often. All right, so accounts we went to, that shows this screen. Payment and invoice and statement and on-demand. As staff, you guys will not be using these features. Please remember, for making payments, there is a payment video, but we are going to be using these money icons, individual accounts, that'll make individual payments. The screen over here with the payment actually makes a batch payment where you would enter a whole bunch of payments to different accounts. It's a feature we're not using. For invoice, statement, and on-demand invoice, these are for a batch, to create a batch of invoices. So when the end of the month, when we're sending out our next month's bills, the billing coordinator will use this feature. Statements and on-demand. These are for bulk only, and these can cost us money to use if we're emailing. So these are features, again, you will not use. If a parent asks for an invoice, a statement, or an up-to-date invoice, so invoice on demand just means that it is the most current. It adds all drop-ins and payments since the last billing cycle. You would actually go into the individual's account and find the information from there. All right, so this is just a quick view of the screen. Again, for one of the accounts, if you click on the parent's name, so this is the primary account holder, will show under account holder. If you click directly on their name, it will take you into that person's account to make changes. It doesn't give you access to the full account. If you click on the child's name, same situation, you'd be able to make changes to the child's account, but nothing else. So again, what we're using is the action column. If you look at the different icons, we'll hover over. The first one is details. This will take you to the account with everyone's information. We'll go into these momentarily. We also have registration. We have our billing. The billing tab is where it's like a payment ledger, a parent ledger, and where we can post a payment. So we're going to go into the first one. So account information, one of the neat things from here is the parents can actually, from the parent portal, upload photos. So we can actually have different photos showing. From here, if a parent locked themselves out of Easy Child Tracker, can't remember a password, you can change their password from here. And so say we were doing that today. Clicking on that, it's going to ask you to create a new password and confirm, and it will send them an email. This is a temporary password only, and would in fact prompt them when they logged in to create their own password. You can also change their email address from this screen. So from here, it's a great way to see if we have an email address on file. As you can tell from the first page we were on, we had the account screen, the registration icon, and the billing icon. So these are the three areas it would automatically take you to. For payments, it would take you to an area in the billing tab, which we'll get to. So registration tab will literally just show you what the child is enrolled into. So they're in the test program for drop-in for before and after school care for 5 days a week. All right, and we can go right from here to the billing tab. So again, it's like the parent ledger. It would show if there's any fees billed. We'll use another example that would show information. So if we went to the billing tab for child D, it would show their tuitions and the payment on file. Any payments due, the balance owing on the account. The start date and end date is just for information showing here. If you want to show data further back, you change your dates and click show. As I mentioned before, parents might request invoices, on-demand invoices or statements. This is where you do that. There's no charge to use this feature. Statement, invoice. Invoice is based on when the system did its last billing cycle. On-demand invoice would have anything that's happened to the account from the last billing cycle. So it could include payments or drop-ins since then. You can choose just payments or tax statements. Tax statements is not a feature we're using at this time. So let's say we were doing a statement. You can change the dates from here to show what's going to be on that statement. And then you can either print it for the parent or email it directly to them. You do not have access to the agency tab, communication. So history would actually show if there's been a long-standing family with us, it would show their previous care. As this is a new test system, we'll have nothing showing here. So we can close from here. And this takes you back to your main area. So again, we have the details, registration, and also billing tab. And this takes you just right to make a payment. Okay, so I believe that's everything for this screen for now. If you have any questions, please again rewatch the video or talk to your LPS, or you can speak to the billing coordinator. Some great options are reports. I do recommend you guys take a chance to look at them. We have contact list, allergy list is very helpful. You can do a birthday list. We can do enrollment list. You can actually print your attendance sheets from here for your daily sign in and out, or for weekly for van pickups would be very helpful from here. Financial, tax statements, as I mentioned, we're not using. You can export certain data for certain spreadsheets you'd like to create. And agencies, so you know what that is child care subsidy. So that's a feature the billing coordinator would use, and you would not need to worry about at this time. All right, I hope this video was helpful. Any other questions, again, feel free to ask your LPS, rewatch the video, or speak to